Hi, I'm Adrian Mauerberger.
And I'm Bryan Ginsburg.
And today we welcome you into our home.
Together we specialize in luxury sectional title sales along the Atlantic seaboard, spanning from Greenpoint right through to Bantry Bay.
Surprisingly, we have had a particularly good run since the end of lockdown level 5. Coming off the back of a recessionary period, as well as going into the pandemic with the lockdown levels in South Africa, we've concluded 4 deals in the last 30 days, ranging in price from the mid 3 millions up to the 20 million price category, totaling just under 40 million in totality. Having years of experience in the industry certainly does count. I have had the pleasure and privilege of selling the same property to 4 different owners 4 times in the last 2 decades, ranging off plan from a price of just under 13 million to a price of just under 80 million. So that, for me, being able to provide a seller both with the service and the new homeowner with their new future home really does matter.
The qualities that make for a great estate agent, in our opinion, would be exceptional knowledge on the market, especially in the market that we specialize in, integrity, absolute patience, listening to our buyers, listening to our sellers, and making sure that we do the most for both parties.
I would say one of the biggest accomplishments over the last 6 months is getting through the last 6 months.
I would definitely agree.
Being in lockdown together for the last 5 or 6 month period has certainly been challenging, but we've come out with flying colors. We have stuck true to who we are. We have provided our sellers and our buyers with the knowledge and information that they're required to make informed decisions in the current market.
And the very best service that we could possibly offer under the circumstances.
Vital to any successful team is having a strong and trusted brand behind your name, like we have Seeff.
I totally agree. Coupled with great market knowledge, as we specialize in our markets, we are acutely aware of where value lies, what's been selling, what isn't selling, and how to accurately price your home.
And I would also say to just maintain a level of honesty, integrity, and separate yourself by providing a service that no one else can offer you.
I think that would be best based on years of experience.
I think between us, it's a combined time of about 25 years, and we're not that old ourselves, so significant portion of both our lives.
A vital tip from our side would be for a seller to trust their agent implicitly.
Without doubt, make sure that there is a unanimous understanding and appreciation for each other.
You want to make sure that your agent is, once again, acutely aware of the market, knows where the correct price lies, because ultimately you want to achieve the best possible price for your property.
There will be agents out there that will overprice properties with the intention of getting the property to sell. That is not a strategy, that's a hope. Our aim is to sell the property in the shortest period of time at the best possible price.
Through my years in the industry, I have been involved in roughly 250 transactions.
And myself about 400, both in the second-hand residential and the off-plan development market along the Atlantic seaboard.
The greatest challenges that we are finding in discussions with our sellers would be pricing points. The market has significantly shifted. Buyers are becoming acutely aware of where value lies within the markets.
They're very educated.
Far more educated than they were years ago. In terms of the digital platforms, there's a lot more information on hand at their disposal when forming an idea of where value lies.
And I think if we had our best, the best circumstance possible, we would suggest that the seller trust their agent who is experienced in guiding them in correctly pricing their property to go to market.
Absolutely.
After completing my business science degree at UCT in the early 2000s, I went straight into the property industry and studied under the guidance of some of the biggest doyens in the real estate industry at the time, and I'm talking 20 years ago. And through my career, I have always studied under the guidance of top performing agents along the Atlantic seaboard. You can never stop learning enough. You can never stop gauging and understanding little tidbits from years and years of experience, which is so vital.
And I would say being part of a very big brand is definitely helpful in our development. I would have to say that when dealing with our colleagues, speaking to our colleagues with 30 years plus experience, the resonating key from their side would be constant honesty, transparency, willingness to perform wherever possible.
And I think just, be yourself and get into the psyche of the buyer out there. It's a massive investment. It's probably their biggest asset they'll ever purchase. And I think to really get to terms and understand your buyer and really get your seller to appreciate, to trust you, and you will be successful. Imperative is to be able to have a hobby and an escapism from this industry. We work all day and all night non-stop, and there has to be time for ourselves. For me, that's playing a good game of bridge at the club or online, or going for a run during lockdown like we've been doing, huh?
I was going to say, we've got a renewed interest in exercise, almost daily.
And we need to keep that up in order to maintain some sort of normality and sanity.
Sorry, I need the question again.